What's up, everybody? It's Blower Productions here, and today we're going to be kicking off race number 7 of the YouTube Cup Series in Season 4 off at Rockingham. So with that being said, let's talk about these points. In first place, we have King Science, followed by Chase Smith, Damon Wool, Daniel Draws, Gia Tran, Jonas Walter, Hungry Bones, John Castelline, Max Sensen, Foster Dirt, Cody Gomez, Rocky Gordon, and Connor Hudson. And then we have Random Mazapan, Zeke Sensen, Crazy Bob, Michael Hong, Uferguide, Mario Bade, Mike Jones, Eli Tabor, Nick DiCaprio, Justin Joey, Adam Uther, PM Damien, Jeremiah Cash, Puerto Rico YT, Tokyo Bokyo Lokio, Jaden Williams, Roy Rodriguez, Blue Ball, Eve McAllister, and Jedman. Now, with that out of the way, folks, let's talk about it live for today. On the pole is going to be the number 75 of Michael Hong for Object Motorsports. Going to be kicking this off here as we come to the green flag. On his outside is going to be the number 60 of Gia Tran for Team Preppy. She's going to be starting second today. Winner of our last race, Jonas Walter, is pulling off the track for some reason. He might have a mechanical issue, but he won our last race at the Daytona Road Course. Congratulations to him. He's not wearing his new scheme, though, for some reason. Hopefully, he'll have it wrapped by next race. There's our points leader, King Science, in the number 23 for Animated Buddies Motorsports. And Tokyo Bokyo Lokio, who hasn't raced in this series in 3 seasons, who is making his return, and this is his second race, as well as Theft King, who is somewhere else in the field. That being said, folks, I think that's pretty much all I have to say for right now. So the pace car is going to pull in. We're coming off turn 4. We got 80 laps here today. Stage 1 ends on lap 24. So with that being said, the green flag's out in the air, and we're racing in North Carolina once again. Coming into turns 1 and 2, they're already going 3 wide back there. I see Hungry Bones trying to make a third line. A little bit of contact, and around they go. King Science in the wall. Multiple cars already upside down. Hungry Bones slides across the track on his roof. Roy Rodriguez does as well, but he stays on his wheels. Tokyo Bokyo Lokio sliding upside down. John Castelline spinning like a top, coming down onto the apron, and the caution comes out early on in this race. What a horrific wreck to start us off here today in Rockingham. There's Jedman from Oman, or Yemen, I forget which one. I think it's Oman. His car is all torn up. Let's go to the replay and see what happened here. Looks like there are 3 wide there. The 2 Rant Racing cars just squeezed Roy Rodriguez and came down and right hooked the 23 of King Science. Nowhere to go. Hungry Bones flipping wildly in front of the 23 there. I don't think Roy actually did go over like I said he did. I might have mistaken him for a different car. I believe it was Tokyo Bokyo Lokio that I probably mixed him up with. Hungry Bones lands back on his wheels, sliding into turn 3. Horrible scare for the 65. He probably thought it was over, but the ride's not quite over yet. Because watch the right side of your screen. You're going to see Tokyo Bokyo and John Castelline. There they are. John in the 15 upside down slams right into Hungry Bones. And Tokyo Bokyo hits the outside wall just ahead of Random Mazapan, and then his car rolls on top of his own teammate. Luckily comes to rest on its wheels. Can't say the same for John Castelline, who continues to slide down the track on his roof. Here it is again. Huge hit. You can see John flip over back there, all the way back. I'm not sure how he got upside down. I think someone might have right hooked him and he climbed the wall perhaps, but as you can see, big wreck there. Wow, that is a big one to start us off. We've been seeing a lot of flips here, especially in the Netflix Lower Series race this entire weekend. So hopefully this is the worst that we'll get today, and we'll actually get to see some good racing. We'll see you on the restart. Welcome back to Rockingham, everybody. The pace car is going to pull in. We're going to be restarting on lap 6 of 24 for stage 1. So with that being said, we are a fourth of the way done with stage 1. Let's go ahead and continue it, and hopefully we will survive. Michael Hong and Gia Tran leading us back to the green flag. Once again, they're side by side down the backstretch. A little bit of contact between the 75 and the 60. Coming into turns 3 and 4, Mike Jones is going to try to make a run. On his outside, Nick DiCaprio on the 27, the Russian man. He's going to try to make a move here. Well, Russian and Italian, I guess, and American. He's a lot of things, but for one of the things he's not is a loser. Because Nick DiCaprio knows how to work these kind of tracks, and he's doing a good job at it right now as they make a little contact in the back. Damon Wool makes a little bit of contact with Roy Rodriguez and the 9 of Jaden Williams, but they're going to save it, and there's no caution. Now coming off turn 4, they're going to wreck again. This time it's even McAllister. Going down to the bottom is Puerto Rico YT, Daniel Draws, and Foster Dirt. 2 Animated Buddies Motorsports cars hard into the inside wall, and the caution is going to come out. Jonas Walter sliding on the outside. He's going to come to rest, luckily on his wheels. The caution will come back out yet again on lap 8 of 80. Just a tenth of the way done with the entire race length. Yellow flag is waving. Jonas Walter has minor damage on his car, just a bit cosmetic. The hood is up a little bit. He's going to have to come and repair that. Eva McAllister on fire. She is coming down the pit road very quickly. That Starbucks mobile is most likely done. Let's go to the replay and see what happened to cause that wreck there. I couldn't quite deduce it during the live footage, so hopefully we can see what happened here. Coming off turn 4, it looks like she got on the left side of the 12, sent Puerto Rico down into Frosted Derp. They slide back up. Eva McAllister goes into the outside wall, and then Frosted Derp takes Puerto Rico back down the track. Eva McAllister tries to rejoin the field, but then gets turned by her own teammate, Jonas Walter, slams into Cody Gomez, sends him flying into the outside wall, and also slams into Daniel Draws, who then hits his own teammate in Frosted Derp. Puerto Rico also hit the inside wall with Frosted Derp when they slid down there, but both of them were about to save it until Eva hit Daniel down into the track and hit him into Frosted Derp. Looks like Jonas Walter was also clipped when Eva McAllister got left hooked by him. But it doesn't look like his crash was nearly as bad as the others, of course. Here it is from a different angle. Eva goes on the wall, tries to come back down, doesn't work, and Cody Gomez, oh my goodness. Oh, Zeke turned Jonas, that's what happened. Zeke Sensenik in the 10. And then Cody Gomez hit the back of the 10 as well. That was a huge hit that Cody took. Look at this. Boom! Right there on the passenger side door. Nobody was safe in this wreck, really. Just glad everybody's okay, because that was a lot of big hits that everybody took. So, with that being said, folks, we'll see you on the restart here at Rockingham. Alright, folks, we're coming back to the green flag on lap 13. We're just a little over halfway done with stage 1. That being said, the green flag is back out in the air. Mike Jones and Michael Hong are going to lead us to the green flag once again. Both of the Mikes. Racing on different teams, but same manufacturer. They're going to come off turn 2. Gia Tran already making an aggressive move. She's going to move Michael up to the outside. Now she's trying to make a run, but she does not have the dominant run like Michael does. So we'll see who's going to come out on top here as we come off turn 4. She's still trying to battle side by side for second place. Mike Jones, our Season 1 champion here in the YouTube Cup Series, is also starting to pull away. His last race win was at Las Vegas Motor Speedway in Season 3 in the playoff race. And it looks like he's looking to do it again as they crash behind his teammate, Rocky Gordon, upside down and over, on top of his roof, and Random Mazepin himself almost goes sliding upside down. Eli Tabor has a huge hit and a lot of contact with the 29, and the caution will come out yet again. I feel like my microphone gain is a little bit too high, because I feel like if I raise my voice too much, it might be a little bit aggressive. So I hope it's not too bad on the other side. But we'll look at this replay first and deduce that later. It looks like coming off turn 2, Ufer guy just turned him into the wall. Ufer almost got upside down himself, and then while Rocky Gordon was flipping upside down, he climbed the wall, clipped Random Mazepin. While he was upside down, Random got sent passenger side into the outside wall, nearly flipped over himself. But luckily, the car would cascade back onto the wheels, unlike Rocky Gordon, who would get sent bumper first, rear bumper first, into the outside wall. Luckily, there is a safer barrier, though, of course, so that made the impact a lot softer for the 29 of Rocky Gordon. And luckily, nobody else seemed to be involved. You see Jedman gets a little bit of a clipping there. Like he's all the way on the outside. There's not much you can do. We'll see this from another angle. Watch this. Hard into the outside wall. Rocky Gordon goes up and over, collects Random Mazepin. He almost flips. And Rocky goes hard into that outside wall. Luckily, lands on his wheels. And there's Eli Tabor. He did get collected in it. And the engine explodes on impact. Here is one more time from yet another angle. Flips upside down. Zeke Sensenik going all the way to the bottom. Oh my gosh, you can just hear the impact of 29. NASCAR Motorsports having a very varying day of success here, I guess. Welcome back to Rockingham, everybody. The pace car is pulling in. We're going to be restarting on lap 19, meaning that we will have around 8 laps to go, I believe. No, 6 laps to go. I'm not sure where I got 8 from. Theft King is actually going to be the one leading us back to the green flag here today. This guy has not been racing since season 1, and there's already trouble. Ufer guy's upside down, sliding down the backstretch into turn 3, and there's huge contact with the outer wall. He's going to start rolling and tumbling down the embankment, nearly gets clipped by the 6, and the caution will come out yet again. Stage 1 will definitely end under caution. It seems like Theft King will get it. How about Theft King? Hasn't raced in the YouTube Cup Series in almost 4 whole seasons. Comes back in his second race and is already winning a stage. Back when he was racing the YouTube Cup Series, stages didn't even exist yet, so that's truly something. Upside down goes the 14. Cody Gomez with him. Luckily, he did not go over, though. Collects Ro Rodriguez, Jedman, and Frosted Dirt get held up on the outside lane. Ufergod is sliding, not quite like Rocky Gordon, so he doesn't get up and over quite until he hits the outside wall here at an angle on the driver's side, too. That makes the impact way worse. See the car sparking underneath. Luckily, it didn't catch fire. Tumbles over and over and over. Still sliding. Nearly gets hit by the 6 there. Let's look at this again. Huge contact. Cody Gomez, I think he got safe from going over by actually getting hit by the 6 again. Oh, that hit from the 14. I really do hope Ufergod is okay. He's been upside down multiple, and I mean multiple times in his career, but that was definitely another scary wreck. You know, there's countless times that the 14, we've seen this 14 car upside down, and the driver has been through a lot throughout his career, so hopefully this just be another instance of Ufergod just flipping over horribly and surviving. That being said, we'll see you folks on the restart for stage number 2. Alright folks, the green flag is about to be flown in the air once again as we come off turn 4. Theft King in the 76 and the 92 of Mike Jones is going to be leading us back to the green flag as the pace car pulls in. Lap number 24, stage 1 is over, stage 2 is underway, green flag is out in the air, and we are once again racing at Rockingham. Mike Jones blocks to the inside early, not trying to give Theft King an inch. Whoa, there's a little bit of contact. Rivals the 87 and the 90 of Mike. Actually, that's Max Sensen and Justin Joey. 3 wide throughout turns 3 and 4. They're going to save it, but not those behind. It's Connor Hudson and Damon Wool. They're actually going to save it. Damon Wool way in the grass. Never mind. Here he comes. Hits 2 Gaming Motorsports cars and Chase Smith and Crazy Bob. Chase Smith tries to come back down and gets hit back up into the outside wall. And the caution will come out yet again here at Rockingham. That is definitely tragic to see from the 77. Oh, Crazy Bob. Not sure what he's doing. This car was grinding against the pit wall. Let's go to the replay and see how that all ensued. Coming into turns 1 and 2, you see Damon Wool thought he was clear, but just came up on Chase Smith, and then Chase got slammed into Crazy Bob, his teammate. You know, Gaming Motorsports is one of the biggest teams in Yackers, so that was probably very likely. Then he slams down, almost collects Cody Gomez and Jonas Walter, but Jonas actually ends up sending him back up into the outside wall when he was not clear. That probably just ended the 5's day. You can see the engine smoking. Random Mazepin comes in, just barely misses the 5. Good reaction time there from the 43. Here it is again. You can see it started all the way back in turn 4. Then Damon will try to come back up through the front stretch. He did not slow down in time. Just a huge hit there for the 77. Head on into the wall. Trying to figure out what happened to Crazy Bob though. Oh! We got turned by Jonas, I believe. That was a good save from the 77 at the beginning there, because if he did not save that, he would have went straight into those sand barriers at the beginning of the pit entrance. That would have ended way worse for him than how it ended up actually being. And there it is. Jonas Walter turns the 97 coming into pit road there. Not sure what that was about. Actually, this is the opposite end of pit road. This is even the correct lane. It's on the opposite side. But we'll see you on the restart, folks. Welcome back to Rockingham Raceway, folks. The pace car is pulling in. By the way, I think I should mention that stage 2 ends on lap 48. So we're already almost there because these guys can't seem to stop crashing. So coming off turn 2, a little bit of contact already. Both of the mics getting into it. Here comes Madi Obeid in the number 7 for Worldwide Racing Team. Puerto Rico YT in the club. What I was saying earlier, back when Theft King was racing, stages actually didn't even exist. And most of these guys know how he races. He won 4 times, but did not get the championship in season 1. That went to Mike Jones. And trouble! Nick DiCaprio goes around in front of the field. Someone climbed the wall and almost went up and over. It was a yellow car. I believe that was Justin Joey. And it was. And the caution will come out yet again on lap number 32. Or 31, sorry. You know, we switched the track to Rockingham because Bristol is too destructive. And I'm starting to think there was no point in switching because there doesn't seem to be much of a difference here. You see Max Stinson actually shoved Puerto Rico down the track. Then I'm not sure what Nick did to come up on Justin like that, but you know, that's his boss, so I'm not sure what he was doing there. Justin almost climbed the wall, and then Nick spun, and then when Justin started driving again, Nick came back up and wrecked him again. So that's kind of funny, actually, that he wrecked him on accident. Then while Nick was wrecked Justin again when he saved it. Let's look at this again. Oh, it looks like it was Justin's fault, actually. He just came on to the 27 there. Just wrecked him. Two Game Motorsports cars involved in this wreck big time. We will see you folks on the restart. Welcome back to Rockingham, everybody. The pace car is going to pull in on lap number 35. We're going to be restarting on lap number 36 as both of the mics lead us back to the green flag once again. Mike Jones on the outside, Michael Hong on the inside. We're racing once again at Rockingham. Mario Bay making early moves to get the 75 out the way, making a little contact on the left rear corner panel actually, and almost turns him, but it looks like he's going to save it. And Mike Jones gets a little loose off the bumper of the 90. Champions going at it here at Rockingham. We got just a little bit over 10 to go here in stage 2. We'll see if we can make it back around without any problems. Michael Hong is currently leading Adam Ethereal in tow behind Mike Jones. 3-car battle for the lead right now. Michael Hong, Mario Bate, and Puerto Rico YT. We're looking at Adam right now. That is Hand Pan Motorsports' one and only driver. And he's been racing since season 1, and might I say he has had quite the career. Coming onto the backstretch now. Once again, it's lap 38 now, and we've got it's lap 39 actually, so we have 10 laps to go. But this time across the line, we're going to have 9. Does Michael Hong have what it takes to win the stage? Onto the backstretch, they're kind of serpentining behind them. They're trying to create a line. You know, if Marty does end up catching to Michael here, sooner or later, he will end up forfeiting the lead because everybody else is going to have their own line, the whole track to themselves. These two are going to be battling for the lead. We'll just have to see how it goes. We currently have 7 laps to go, but this time across the line, it'll be 6 laps to go for Michael Hong in stage 2. They're definitely making a breakaway from the leaders right now on lap number 43. The ticker is a little bit behind, I just noticed. The lap count is at least. Lap 44, we've got 5 laps to go for Michael Hong in stage 2. We just reached the halfway mark of the race, the entire race as well. So that's pretty cool. Object Motorsports hasn't had the most superb running in these past few races, in this season specifically, but last season they won a few times, but it wasn't quite what was expected of Michael. And back in the days when Michael and Kerry used to both race, you know, they were pretty good. So hopefully we can see that kind of speed from the 75 car once again. 4 laps to go in stage 2. The question will really be when we come back to the restart, will Michael still be able to kick it with Marty and keep the lead for the entire race and not just win the stage? 2 to go. Michael Hong for this number 75. from China, I believe. Yeah, he's from China. Both the twins are from China. 1 lap to go from Michael Hong at Rockingham. Gonna strut his stuff here today, holding off Marty Obeyed with ease. Coming through turns 3 and 4. Michael Hong, straight out of China, is gonna win the stage at Rockingham. Wait. Oh, whoa. We got 1 more lap, guys. My bad. Sorry, I just hyped up for no reason. That was my bad. Here they come. Down the backstretch. Marty Obeyed has exactly 1 more chance. He's got an extra lap than what I was saying. Here they come. Off turn 4, and it looks like, anyways, Michael Hong will still get the stage win. That was a little bit depressing. Caution flag is out for the stage. And Michael Hong will win this one, folks. But remember, that does not mean he's won the whole race. These are just for playoff points. So we'll have to see who will actually be able to win the entire race, because that will determine who's pretty good at this track after all these years. What is the pace car doing to Mike Jones? I'ma act like I didn't see that. What the Chad, is the pace car a ghost? Okay. Gonna pretend like that didn't just happen. We have a normal pace car here, folks. This is a very real pace car. Anyways, with that being said, we will see you folks on the restart for the final stage of this race. Welcome back to Rockingham, everybody. The pace car that's totally real is going to pull in. This time back to the line, we're going to be led by Justin Joey on the outside, Theft King on the inside, 87 and 76 respectively. Green flags back out in the air. Stage 3 is underway. We got around 30 laps to go. Let's see who's going to take the win. Theft King, of all people, who has not, and I think I've reiterated this multiple times. And they're crashing. Oh, it's both of the Mikes, Mike Jones and Michael Hong. Oh, come on. Oh, they were doing so good the whole time. Their races are most definitely over. I saw both their engines smoking at least. Well, I think Michael's was. I don't know if Mike's was. Let's look at that again. What happened? I'm not even sure how they got all the way back here. Probably a bad pit stop. It looks like Mike Jones just accidentally got into the left rear of the 75. They both hit that wall a ton. Almost flipped over. They caught a lot of air. Almost just slid across. I can't really tell whose engine is smoking, but I can tell at least Mike's is. Michael's is, but I don't know if Mike's is. I'm gonna have to see it from a different angle, like right now. Huge hit for the 75. Yeah, his engine is definitely done. Mike's is not. I can tell his engine is still okay. Yikes, that was quite the wreck for both of those drivers. We'll see you folks on the restart here at Rockingham. Hey, we missed the restart, but it's okay because we're back racing here at Rockingham once again. A little bit of contact coming into the corner, and Nick the Cap. Oh my God, we're just gonna keep wrecking. We're just wrecking. I mean, what are we even doing, folks? Jetman almost upside down on the apron, and the caution will come back out yet again. I mean, like, are we even gonna race? Like, is this just a demolition derby? I swear, everybody in this entire series is just fighting demons. Like, in the truck series, they race so normally. In the lower series, they race so normally. But in this series, they're fighting legitimate demons. I don't get it. Nick DiCaprio and Jedman go off the track from the left side. Jedman comes back up, washes into frosted dirt, who nearly misses his teammate King Science. Then Nick DiCaprio hits the wall. Jedman slides and almost saved it, but then gets turned by the 10 of Zeke Sensnike. Jonas Walter comes in and turns the 10 himself. Jedman almost got upside down on the apron there from the grip, but luckily did not flip over. What the heck is that noise? Anyways, yeah, huge wreck there for Jedman. Watch this again. Swipes up the track, almost saved it there, but Zeke Sensnike had other plans. How tragic. Well, anyways, folks, with that being said, we'll see you on the restart. Welcome back to Rockingham, everybody. The pace car is going to pull in. We're going to restart on lap number 62. On lap number 63. Stage 2 also ended a while ago. I think I forgot this. Oh, wait, no, that's when Michael Hong won it. I forgot. Well, anyways, we've got just a little under 20 laps to go, so let's see if we can make it back around. Puerto Rico YT, of all people, is currently leading the race. And he has not won. Well, he won at Las Vegas, but of last season in the no, that was Mike Jones. He won at Homestead last season, the race right before the championship race. But before that, he had not won a YouTube Cup Series race since season 1 of the YouTube Cup Series. Now, I say YouTube Cup Series specifically because he does also compete in the Netflix Lower Series, and in that time of when he was not winning in the Cup Series, he was winning a few races in the Lower Series. So it wasn't a complete dry spell, but in the Cup Series, he was actually kind of dogging it. So he might actually pull off another win here today if he gets lucky, but it's not going to be the case probably because look at Adam Ethereal hawking him down, as well as the 48 of PM Damien and the 7 of Madi Obeid. 3 very aggressive drivers coming from very aggressive teams. It's not going to be easy for the little 12 to hold up in front of Auburn, especially because Puerto Rico is a little bit underfunded considering the fact that he's on Blazing Motorsports. He still doesn't have a sponsor, and he's kind of their third driver, since Cody Gomez and Damon Wool are the main drivers of the team. He seems to be doing a good job right now, though. Coming off turn 4, lap 6-7. Alright, why did I say that, chat? Anyways, it's actually lap 68 though, because the ticker is a lap behind, I think. So, lap 68 of 80, we've got 13 laps to go. How about it? Coming around, lap 69. See how aggressively these guys are racing. Puerto Rico is still somehow ahead of these guys. Now coming off turn 4, lap number 70 on the board. Here comes Adam Ethereal yet again, trying to make a move down to the bottom. Does he get there? Not quite. I think I mentioned before that it's going to be a little harder for people to get down to the bottom because there's not a lot of grip on there, or it's not as much as drivers would like, as much as they would on the top lane, which is why everybody's running the high side, because it gives them way more speed and way more control of the car. These guys are kind of choo-choo training it right now, so it's getting a little bit boring. Hopefully someone will be able to make a move here. Adam Ethereal is definitely going to still put the pressure on Puerto Rico. Here he comes down to the bottom again. Does he hold it this time? He's holding it. He's side by side with Puerto Rico. Hold on, we got ourselves a battle for the lead. Lap 73 on the board. Just over 8 laps to go. Puerto Rico starting to lose his lead to Adam Ethereal. Is he going to get it back into the corner? Yes, he will. A short-lived, determined battle for victory. Hopefully Adam Ethereal can come back, because if he can, he does have a shot at winning this race over Puerto Rico. Because I do believe he had the advantage off the corners just a wee bit, enough to get him to the line. It would probably be a photo finish though, so that'd make things even cooler. We just gotta wait for him to catch back up again. I do believe it's lap 75 right now though, so coming across, it's now 76. Or is it 75? I wish the ticker would actually like update like normally instead of like a lap down, because it's making things a little hard to read. This is either lap 76 or lap 77. Puerto Rico YT is still leading, that's all I know. Adam trying to go to the bottom again. Did not time that right. He had to check up big time. Lost a lot of speed there. Adam's got to be a little bit more careful than that if he's going to want to catch the 12. Puerto Rico is on a mission to win this race. He is determined to do whatever it takes to see victory lane yet again. He won at Homestead last season to end off the playoffs before the championship race. And now he has a shot at winning Rockingham early on in season 4. And he also get himself a new sponsor, a fresh new car, some actual funds. Here they come. 2 laparoos to go. They're caught up to some lap cars as well. Theft King and Nick DeCapua. Looks like he's going to sneak around Theft very easily, but Nick DeCapua is slowing the 12 down. This could be Adam Ethrio's big break. Coming off turn 4, Nick still blocking with everything he's got for some reason. White flag out in the air here at Rockingham. They're going to sneak around Nick, but now Adam Ethrio has all the chance in the world to try to catch him. A little bit of contact. Adam Ethrio sneaking around the 27. Will it be enough? No, Nick's blocking was not enough to slow down the momentum of the 12. And Puerto Rico YT will take the win at Rockingham. How about him? What an amazing job well done by the 12 of Puerto Rico YT of Blazing Motorsports. Getting himself yet another YouTube Cup Series win under the belt. I believe this is his 4th. Great job here by the 12. Puerto Rico did earn this win fair and square. I mean, you could say he didn't because like 90% of the field died, and you know that is a pretty valid argument when it comes to short tracks like these, but even when there were still drivers hot on his tail, he held his own, especially against a guy like Adam Ethrio, and we all know his tactics. So the fact that he was able to survive that storm already makes me respect him just that little bit more. Now he's going to burn it down across the line for us here, and brings the Rockingham 1 weekend to an end. Wow, that was an insane battle that we saw at the end there. It took a while for something to really spark up, but I feel like it was worth it personally. I mean, seeing Adam Ethrio try to make all those moves and still fail was definitely intriguing, because I did think he would have had the dominant line considering he had the inside, but like I said, that line is not where you want to be at a short track like this where all the grip is on the top, where the paint is, not the asphalt. Looks like Puerto Rico's done, and he's going to come in to serve his pit crew the celebration that they've rightly earned. And rightly earn it they did, because Puerto Rico did an amazing job here today, folks, and I think we can all agree on that. But anyways, folks, with that being said, he did not have to go that far for that U-turn. Anyways, folks, this has been Blowover Productions. This was the YouTube Cup Series at Rockingham, and we will see you guys in the next race at Kentucky Speedway. So with that being said, peace, and have a great day, month, or weekend.